So today on episode 2 of Throwback Thursdays, we're going to continue the interview we started with Korey and Sarah of Tinker's Cove. We're going to talk about some of their older Kybers, including the ones that are still available for you guys to purchase if you'd like. So stick around. We'll talk about those next. Welcome back. Like I said before, we're going to continue the interview that we started with Korey and Sarah of Tinker's Cove. But today, being on Throwback Thursday, we're going to look at a couple of their older Kybers. We're going to look at their Warrior Heirloom Krayt Dragon Pearl, as well as we're going to look at their Mantle of the Force and their Heart of the Guardian Kybers. So let's just go ahead and move into that, and let's get to talking to them now. Well, let's move to some of your other stuff that you have. We spoke about the pearls. I want to go ahead and take a look at those. I've got the card. Oh, let me grab the cards for those here, and put that on here. I'm actually going to just try to show the card on my actual camera because the ring light's just screwing it up. But I know I always say this wrong. Is it Krayt Dragon Pearl? Is that right?
Krayt. Yep.
Okay. So the Krayt Dragon Pearl, Warrior Heirloom. That's the card that it comes with. From the endless sands of Tatooine comes a priceless heirloom passed down among the strongest Tusken warrior bloodlines. Each pearl retrieved at great risk from the fearsome Krayt dragon and set in handcrafted precious metal facets by the raiders that claimed it. It's as unique as the beast that formed it, and only the rarest are imbued with echoes of the Force. So that is a cool backstory with that as well. And you've got 2 different versions, and these are currently available on your Etsy page, correct?
Yes.
Yep. So let me go ahead. I've got both of the colors that you have. Let's go ahead and pull those up and take a look. I want to make sure I got them in the right position on the camera here. So let's go ahead and take a look at those 2. So these are the Krayt Dragon Pearls. So are these dual chipped or single chipped?
Those are single, and they are made to only read, basically flip from that. You have the last 2.
They would go this way then?
Correct. You'll notice those are kind of milky and translucent. You actually have the last 2 of our poured resin ones. Our new ones that we have on the site now are fully printed, and they have a proprietary core so that they actually work in either direction. Still single chipped, but you can flip them either way.
Okay, so the chip then will move inside, kind of like the Galaxy's Edge Kybers do, in there, so that you can flip them, orient them either way.
Absolutely.
Okay, awesome. So yeah, these here. I mean, I guess it kind of looks. Are these? I'm trying to figure out because it looks like I see some layer lines on the silver one here. Part of this is it. I guess the ends are they 3D printed and the pearl itself is resin poured. Is that how these are done?
So those were actually 3D printed and then molded. So those are pure resin and paint, but the layer lines are from the mold itself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not a problem. I was just wondering. I wasn't, because I've seen some of the pictures that you've had where you've had like there's pieces sitting on the table, and stuff like that. I didn't know if like certain parts were printed, some are poured, if they were done through resin printers or just FDM printers, or how exactly you did them. So that's the reason I was asking.
Yep, you've got the last of that generation that was poured resin. All the new ones are resin printed, so no more layer lines, much more uniform.
Okay.
You know how it is in Florida. We got tired of fighting with the humidity. A lot of our crafting's in the garage, and we made the decision to just move over to printed. Quality control's better, and we've came up with some pretty interesting paint effects to try and mimic that shimmer effect. So.
Yeah, I think the Mirror Cave is the only one we have that's poured right now, and it's gorgeous when you can get it right, but the humidity is just brutal as far as getting a really nice cure that we're proud to send out.
Yeah.
And we don't send anything out unless we would be happy to get it ourselves, which means we have a pretty big bucket of stuff that's just kind of sitting around. So
it's that chemical side you don't think about. It's exothermic. The resin is. So you start adding things like rock or glass with mirror backing, and it holds onto the heat. So when you're used to pouring resin and you're like, when it reaches this consistency, it's perfect. It's not, because it holds heat longer and it boils off differently. And yeah, there's a lot.
Sorry, I keep getting got Messenger popping up on my computer here. I got to shut that off so it don't get distracted. All right, so let's take a look at these two. Let me get us back on regular video screen. There we go. I want to see what colors we get on these. So the orientation is with the longer point down, correct?
Right.
Okay, beautiful. Let's see what we get on our silver. All right, folks, so for the silver, if you can see, we get green blade. And for the gold, we get the white blade. I love it when I come see ones with white, because you don't get white very often. That white color is beautiful. I love seeing that. So now to your newest, your newest accessory, I guess you could say, and it looks like you might have one around your neck there.
Yeah, we tossed those on last minute.
And where did there they are. Set the cards beside me. So you have two different necklace capable Kybers that you've done. Two different colors, two different designs that I see that are really unique to the way they are. And I'm going to go ahead and put both of those on the camera here so that we can see those. And each one has a different name. And there we go. Now I got them right. So we've got the Mantle of the Force, which is your teal color. And then you've got the Heart of the Guardian, which is like your orange color. So I'm guessing that these are based off of the so-called hidden colors that Disney didn't put out officially, but people have managed to find. Right. Is that correct?
Correct. And we offer those, because that might not be for everyone. So we do offer them both ways. You can have it with the Chosen Voice, which will give you either yellow Jedi Temple Guard or blue for Luke. But if you want to stick to that Legends appeal and go for the amber or the cyan color, those obviously don't have the voice attached. So we do have it broken down on the store, just so nobody's upset that it doesn't work in a holocron.
Gotcha.
Try to make it very clear what the options are between there. So
each person, you can go in and choose if you want an actual voice on your Etsy page, correct?
Right.
Yep.
Awesome. So if you guys decide to order this, anybody, that you can choose if you want to have the voice associated with it, or if you want to have the color based off the color itself. Now, I've got the necklace that it actually comes with that you can get that these attach to, and let me go back to the other screen so we can see. And they're just magnetic on. And I know in talking with you guys that day, didn't really have any issues with them coming loose. I haven't, just because I don't want to lose them. Just knowing the way I am, I haven't actually worn any of these, either one of them, to Galaxy's Edge on my trips. because I don't want to end up, sending you a message saying, hey, Korey, I need to order another one because I kind of lost it. But, I mean, it does feel like the magnets are pretty good on these.
We are, how do I phrase this? We engineered it so that we would not lose them. And when we're at the parks, we're usually hauling at least one, if not three kids around, up and down. And we lose stuff a lot. So we engineered it so we wouldn't lose it. So hopefully people who have their lives a little bit more together will be okay.
And those are on the days we're not, everyone fully bounding,
Mm-hmm.
The day we launched those, I was down at the parks by myself.
I remember that because I wanted to try to meet you, and I was stuck at work and couldn't get there to meet you that day.
Yep, but they were tested for 2.5 days across different parks. I wore one of them all the way through. Halfway through the second day, I was like, you know what? I make them. If I lose it, someone's going to have a great day, and I'll just make another one. Mm-hmm. And I kind of convinced myself to stop doing one of these about every 15 minutes. And sure enough, never had any issues, stayed with me the whole way through. And that was with my sling bag. Well, you saw my getup. So, with that chest strap, that was really the biggest concern. And I was pretty impressed.
Mm-hmm.
Expected more issues.
That would be my concern too, because I bought the bandolier that they just started selling recently, the Poe Dameron version, that I'm going to start using when I'm going, just because, I mean, let's be honest, the backpack that I have that I'm sure you've seen the pictures of, and you saw it the day that we met up. That thing gets heavy after a while, and honestly, after, going through trying to get into the parks and every single time having to go get my bag checked because of all the pins I have on it, I was like, I got to come up with something that's a little bit easier to do. So that would be my biggest concern, and I'm glad you pointed that out, that even with you using it, you didn't have that issue.
Yeah, we tend to be hard on ourselves, so that was like a make or break point for that design. It's like, if this doesn't work, then it's still a cool shape. I can retrofit it to work like a normal crystal, but let's just see. I mean, it's not going to work. There's no way it's going to work, but let's see. And
put it through its paces. And
only had to order 3 types of magnets to get the perfect strength ratio there, so not too bad.
Well, let me ask you this. Are these to where they need to be oriented, a certain way inside the chassis, or does it matter which direction? I'm assuming these are single chipped as well. Is that correct?
They are single, and if I remember how I wrote the lore, the laser cut side has to be upwards. So the clear side would be down.
Okay, so let's see here if I can get it right. So the magnetic side would have to go up, I guess. Is that right, or am I wrong?
That's right. The black should go towards, black should be up, and then
black towards the blade.
Yep.
Okay, let me trying to get it in here. Oh, my batteries may have crapped on me on my Savi's hilt, because my blue one is not lighting up for whatever reason. Come on! It's sliding around in my hand. There we go. So,
okay, there we go.
Yeah, sometimes this particular chassis, and it drives me crazy, I have to take the battery pack out, put it back in before it'll actually register, and I think it was because I was sitting there playing around with the little springy pieces inside, and it was kind of going, hey, I need to reset. All right, so we got the bluish color from the teal one, or the cayenne, and then the orange. I put it in magnet side the wrong direction. That was my bad. And that may also be part of the reason why I screwed it up. Trying to get my hands in here. Work with me here. There we go. And then you get the yellow or the orange for that particular one. So I love these designs that you guys are coming up with and putting out there. Like I said, they're unique to anything else from anybody else out there. I love the necklace ability with these two, to where it's not just a little display trinket to go up on the shelf, but something that you can incorporate into a bounding if you're going to. Or heck, just like for me, because I haven't done any bounding yet, just to wear to the park and it just look cool while you're wearing it. So, I mean, the design of these things are awesome. I know my wife wants to wear one of these the next time we go. So we're probably going to end up, the next time we go up, I'll be wearing one, she'll wear the other.
Nice.
So... Well, I thank you guys for joining us today to talk to us about these Kybers. If you guys order anything, we have the QR codes for anybody that wants to get to it. Here you go. You can take a little picture, use the QR code to get to their site, and be able to see what they've got available on their Etsy, the Facebook, all that stuff. All the information should be all for those the QR codes on there. And with that, I'm going to say thank you for joining me, guys. I really appreciate it. And
thank you so much for having us.
It's been a pleasure talking with you guys. Anybody that has any questions on it, feel free to send us some messages. If you have any questions on the Kybers, look for their Etsy page. The link will be down in the description below, so you'll be able to see that and be able to get to where you can purchase some of these just unique and awesome looking Kyber crystals. Keep an eye out for new stuff that may come from them here soon. You never know what may get dropped out of nowhere for us as well. So keep an eye on their page. Keep an eye on my Instagram, my Twitter, my Facebook, all that stuff. We try to get that information and share all of it that we can out for everyone out there. So thanks again for joining us. And on behalf of myself, Korey, Sarah from Tinker's Cove, we thank you. Smash those like and subscribe buttons for us. We appreciate it, so that way we know that you guys are enjoying what we're doing. And as always, may the Force be with you.